Hey, what's up, Kim folk? Just wanted to holler back at you. It's your boy from Tennessee, still here in the Philippines, dreading my trip back to America. Other than seeing my family, that's gonna be great. So I've been away from them for about 9 months, probably 10 months before I actually get back. I actually got a few months. I could wait till all the way till probably December, but uh, you know, on advice from my attorney. Oh, if you hear these loud pipes, it's really not helicopters. It's these tricycle drivers. Some of them put these loud pipes on their little 110s and 125s. You know, but sitting out here, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about dating here in the Philippines. Uh, had an LDR, uh, and for 9 months before I came here, uh, ended up finding out she had a boyfriend from Jinsan, and could have been talking to other foreigners too. She was going to clubs, found really a lot of stuff out. She drank. She, you know, it's crazy the amount of information that I found out. So uh, then, uh, met Kay, uh, and we kind of hit it off pretty good. She spoke good English. She's genuine. I mean, she was good to me. She stayed right there with me in the hospital for the 2 months that I was in there. So, you know, uh, our problems really didn't start until I got out anyway. And then, we had, I don't know, I guess we broke up 2 or 3 times already, you know, uh, but, and just here recently, uh, we called it quits again. Like, and it could just be the maturity level. Uh, she's stuck on social media. I didn't find out a lot of the things. There's a lot of red flags. Like, she's got 2 or 3 Facebook accounts. She's got 2 or 3 TikTok accounts. She's got probably the same amount as Instagram. I don't know, but when your girl is not posting pictures of you two together, and it's but now since the breakup, she's had a smear campaign against me, saying, I cheated and all this other stuff, and that's the biggest lie. Uh, I was with her 24/7. There's no way, and I wouldn't have done it to her, no way. So uh, really, what got it all started is she got busted on a dating app, laying in my bed, uh, you know, uh, and I brought it to her attention, you know, and I guess she knew she was, but that was fine. Like, uh, for her, that was just, oh, I deleted them. A couple days later, I guess she said she deleted them. So, there's some red flags that I wasn't paying attention to. No matter how many vlogs you watch, and I watched several people for 4 years before I came over here, but it still don't do it no justice until you get out here and get your feet wet and see what it's like for yourself. And you got it's probably the same all over the world. You got good and bad and everybody, but she's really hooked on this social media, stuff. And she sleep pretty much all day long. And but she always would cook. Like, she's a great cook. uh, got a great family. Her aunt, her sister, brother-in-law, parents, everybody. I met the whole family. It's a really good family. And it's still hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. It don't get easy, uh, but you just got to keep moving. You can't really let something like that deter you away or make you. I have to go back to Tennessee just because I have something to take care of. But if it wasn't for that, I promise I wouldn't be leaving this place for nothing in the world other than every 3 years. If you're on a tourist visa as a foreigner, you have to leave for. You can just fly to Taiwan and get on the next flight, come back, and you're good for another 3 years. Uh, which I mean, it's all right. Then you get to renew your visa when you first enter the country. You get to renew it once, uh, or maybe twice. You have to go 30 days and then go renew it, and then 30 days and then go renew it, and then you can do 2 months. Right before I came here, it was 6 months, so you could do actually a 6 month tourist visa, which would have been fantastic because my place I have to renew at is 2 hours. Well, yeah, 2 hours away from where I'm living at. So it's a little bit of a hassle, but you know you can rent a car or motorcycle or take the yellow bus. Last time I just took the yellow bus, which is like the Greyhound back at home. So I just took it, rode up there, got it done, and came back. You got to make your whole day for it. I mean, it ain't the process isn't too bad at all. Like you're pretty much in and out. They just want your money, pay the money, you're good. So I have to go back. So hopefully it won't be long. I hope they don't drag this. Just drag their feet and drag their feet. But at least I'll have an attorney that's willing to take my case. The only thing is, his stipulation was you have to be here. So that was enough said for me to decide. Well, I want to keep my apartment here, so I'll probably just go ahead and pay it up about 4 months or so, and and then go from there. Just hopefully I'll be back before Christmas. If I figure if I leave by the 1st of September, I can go see this doctor one more time. Go see a couple other doctors. I need to go see a surgeon about my leg, where that doctor here cut out my lymph nodes, so the fluid's not really flowing like it should. He said it could take a couple years and it would kind of fix itself. You grow like or your veins, something to do with your veins. Your lymph nodes. I don't know, but I'm gonna go see a vein specialist when I get back. Just see if he could take one out of this leg and put it in this leg and kind of halfway. It'll never look right again because he removed like 70 some percent of my lower left leg. So it's something I've dealt with since I've been here. Well, pretty much since I've been here. Happened in January. I didn't get out of the hospital until March, and by the time I got my sorry about them loud pipes, man. Welcome to the Philippines. Surprised you ain't heard a rooster crowing. You know, we got a couple across the street. They they get to cackling every once in a while. But yeah, I'm just hanging out in my apartment today, resting, taking it easy. I got my pork man right up here. I think it's Monday through Saturday, he kills a hog every morning. And I mean, he sells out, pretty quick. Uh, I was able to get some pork belly the other day on Sunday. I actually went Sunday and got some pork belly, but that's pretty much all he had. He said that he gets a fresh one in. So it's not like the cured stuff that we get back home. It's full of salt and all the other crap. Like and I didn't realize this until I cooked some up, but you have to put salt on it if you like a little bit of salty pork. Uh, but yeah, it's different out here, man. The people are great, man. It's that's what makes me want to stay is the people here. Uh, they're loving and caring and Heck, my tricycle driver yesterday was fantastic. We had a great conversation coming back, and they just they're curious, man. They want to know where you from, and want to know about about where you're from and what brought you here and all this other good stuff. So you know, it's good. It really is. It's I know America puts up these red flags. Oh, don't go to this country or don't go to that. Don't listen to none of that crap, man. It's all propaganda. Of course, they don't want anybody to leave because they want you staying there and spending all your money on their high groceries and their high gas and their high utilities and everything else that they raping you on back home. So, uh, and once you get out of that country and you see, how you could be living versus how you was living, oh man, you sure don't want to go back. I promise you, you do not want to go back. And then see how the people are over here. Like back home, I have to carry a gun. I carry a pistol, 9 everywhere I go, uh, just for safety. I mean, you just never know what you're going to run into at any given moment. So it's better to have one on you, cock locked, ready to rock. Uh, but here, man, I'm walking at 8, 9 o'clock at night. Man, I walked to the pharmacy one night because it's cooler at nighttime. I'm sitting out here in the sun today, just soaking up, getting some vitamin D. But it's cooler at nighttime, so I just walked up there, got my medicine, and turned around and got some chicken on the way back. Came home and ate. It feels real safe here. He said the tricycle driver said usually just the people. Just the national police and the police and security is the only ones that really carry guns over here. Uh, which I reckon as a foreigner, if I go to this class for like a month or it's either 2 weeks to a month, I can get a firearm here. So that'll be something I'll look into whenever I get back from Tennessee. And yeah, I've pretty well furnished my whole apartment. I've got everything that I needed for it: air conditioner, fridge, bed, a Japanese or Chinese closet, which is basically just tubes and some netting, put together. It's, it's funny what you get off Shopee, but you can order anything if you can get it at Walmart. Other than the clothes, man, the clothes here does not fit Americans, and so that's something I've got to. I'm gonna get me some shirts because I've lost 100 pounds. So I got to get me some shirts whenever I get back. Bring them back out here. I'm taking all my pants and my boots back home because you don't wear them. It's just too hot. I wear shorts every day, and half the time if I don't leave the house, I'm not wearing a shirt. It's like today. I don't care. It's just too hot. So it's about like August in Tennessee. But it's year round here, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I gotta get a washing machine. I was just saying my neighbor's got a washing machine. They leave them sitting outside and then they run a big long hose into the sink in there. So she showed it to me, and I gotta invest in one of them whenever I get back. But other than that, I've got everything else. So got a little fish market. Got this little uh, sorry store like right there, and it's man, they got everything. They got ice cream. Uh, they got everything. I mean, anything you want. You know, beer, Coca Cola, liquor, noodles, lotion, anything. I call it little KCC, which KCC is a mall here. So I actually seen him yesterday on my way to the. Let's see, no, day before yesterday, and he said, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to big KCC. I said, I'll come back to little KCC later. But yeah, It's fun. I love it. They say it's funner in the Philippines, but dating can be tricky out here. It definitely can be. You got to keep your guard up. And uh, that's and really your eyes open and just if it's the red flags. Like really, I don't know why I wasn't paying no attention. Like I really wasn't thinking about, well, heck, why ain't she posting any pictures of us or on her Facebook or on anything, and it wasn't really dawning on me till I woke up in the middle of the night and seen that her on that freaking dating app, and I didn't get upset, I just told her, and and uh, after I told a friend of mine, he's a national policeman here in Tacurong. Once I told him about it, he's like, "Oh, I got a girlfriend that's up in Manila. She would make you a good asawa. Yada yada yada. You should friend her on Facebook. I'll send her your information." And she sent me a friend request, and we messaged one time. And then she said she was a single mom, and I told her, I said, "Look, I've got a live-in girlfriend. Like Ryan really shouldn't have give you my information to think that I can be with you because I've got a living girlfriend." And then she seen the messages that Ryan sent me, and because she go through my phone, I never went through hers. I'm really not like that, but I probably should have, in all aspects. And then she video chatted, I guess just to get a response out of me, and she got one. I mean, I took her little poster that was hanging up on the wall and ripped it off, and then I told her, I said, if you're going to disrespect me that way, I've been paying all the bills, just paid $10K on your college tuition, feed you every meal, you know, buy everything for you, and you won't disrespect me like that, and you can just get out. And she did. She had her dad come and get her the next day, and then she came by a couple of days ago, and seen this other girl's clothes was here, and really, I mean, I guess I could have prevented it. This girl, I went out with her. Uh, Actually, before Kay, I went out with her, and she come up here, found out I was single. Her and a friend came up here, and I give them a mattress, my old bunk bed mattress, because I had a bed, and so she took it. They carried it back to her apartment, which is down the road here, back behind me. They carried it down there, and I think the next day, or maybe the next day or something, but uh, she she showed up. She kind of never left, until she almost left the other night after Kay showed up here because you know and I hate drama too, but I think she's real scared of Kay. I just think that she don't want no drama neither, and I don't blame her. I mean, heck, I don't want no drama, but it's inevitable when you're when you was with somebody for so long, and then all of a sudden, you're not, and then somebody else is staying here. Um, and I mean, as far as I know, I mean, as far as respect wise, she really respects me. Uh, you know, and then she told me last night, you know, uh, I mean, I'm sure she's getting feelings for me, uh, for sure. But I'm just going to go back to Tennessee and handle my business and come back and make some, decisions. Do I even want to stay here where I'm at? I'm gonna go to Davao, probably stay about a week in Davao. Probably go up north to Butuan and stay about a week up there and check out some other little, other towns that I've heard some good things about, and that has uh, I don't know, has a beach, and uh, so yeah, I just wanted to get on here and let my kinfolk back home know I'm still doing good. Just trying to survive this dating game out here. See if you know. her posting all them smear. I'm like, well, what would you do if we got back together? Like, how would you justify all these? Just don't make sense to me. Why somebody would want to get out there and just post everything about their freaking lives, other than just trying to drum up support or trying to, oh, you're the victim, you're this. Was, not one of her videos did she ever put, oh, well, I video chat a man, or, right there in his apartment that same night that he kicked me out, or oh, he caught me on a dating app. See, none of that is in any of her videos. So it's kind of funny that she can sit there and say it was me, and really it was her. She got it all started with the dating app, And I probably shouldn't have said anything to Ryan. If I hadn't said anything to Ryan, then everything would have probably been okay. But with him sending me that girl, she was real pretty, but she's a single mom. I don't know if she's been married or not. Like, I just don't want. I've heard too many horror stories about foreigners getting with single moms and they actually was married, and just stuff like that. So I don't want. I'm not putting myself in that position. I find there's a lot of singles that don't have kids, so that's kind of the ones you want to go for. But just be on the lookout for your red flags. Them not posting pictures or having multiple accounts. Uh, you know, uh, and check their phones. Like I didn't check hers, but I mean, if you're really that, if if a couple of the red flags like the no posting pictures or no, not changing their status from single to in a relationship with so and so, because this is a world of social media now. So, and these Filipinas are big on social media. So, if that's not happening, you can about bet that there's reason behind it. Like she's either looking for greener pastures, uh, or and just wants to, use you for, you know, as long as she can, I guess. But you just gotta, just trust your instincts. A lot of times, and like I said, if I hadn't woke up in the middle of the night, I would have never known that she was on that freaking dating app. So I'm gonna sit out here, get me some sun today, relax a little bit. May go up there and get me some more pork in a little while. I don't know. You know, it's a beautiful day, man. Blue skies. It's gorgeous. It was all clouded up this morning. So welcome to the Philippines. But anyway, I'll keep y'all posted on my trip back to Tennessee. Y'all take care now. All right. God bless.